Praise the Lord. Welcome to AIM. Well, we are here on the mini farm, and it's been a minute since I've taken you guys around and showed you how things are coming along here on the mini farm. So I wanted to show you the coconuts are doing well. Yep, they're doing really well. We trimmed up the branches a little bit to make it easier to pass through, and some of them were in the way. Here's our plantain. We have turkey berry growing over there now as well, and I really like the spots outside of the garden for the turkey berries. So there's one. It's been growing all over the place, just wild. This is our guava, and I saw a double guava here, 2 guavas growing, and I thought I saw 1 guava somewhere else as well. Yes, right here. So that's at least 3 guavas growing. My husband did cut this branch, this coconut branch, since these were planted too close together. Normally you shouldn't cut the coconut tree branches, but here, just the nature of where the branches are and stuff, we've had to cut some of them. So yeah, we're trying to preserve as many as we can because they'll reach over and bring a nice shade right there on that side of the house. This is our banana tree or a banana plant, whatever you call it. I don't know if it's a tree or a plant, but I'm looking forward to getting some bananas from here this year. There's the little one. There's a little one back there. There's a little one over here. So we hope and pray that these will produce for us. We have had a little cover made for our water pump, which is really nice. Yeah, that's a water pump switch, I guess you would call it. So since the last time I took you guys around, the fence ended right here, the extended fence. And the dogs were jumping into the garden still. And you see, this I love. Turkey berry here and here. So I really, really like that. The fact that the turkey berries, the fact that the turkey berries are growing right there along the fence line. That is good for me. I like that. I like it outside the garden, and along the fence will be another deterrent for the animals to get into the fence. We have since had the rest of the garden, the fence extended over the rest of the garden, and it looks like it worked. Looks like they did not get in last night, so we thank God for that. I'm going to give you guys a update the best I can. This is our soursop. On the soursop that I pollinated, because thinking about it now, I should have put a little string or something there so that we could tell the ones I pollinated, right? But I think they're coming. I think that might have been one. This might be one. You see where the flowers were? I think I'll do that next time. I was saying I would try and pollinate some more. So I think next time I'll take a little string and tie it on the branch next to the ones I pollinate. I did pollinate one down there, and I'm not sure what happened, if it's gonna come or not. There's some ants. There are some ants that come onto the soursop tree, and when I was doing research, the ants are one way as well that they get pollinated besides the other insect. I forget what it was called. But there were 2 ways. But they were saying that the ants aren't very effective at pollinating. I have to watch out for that spider web right there. And yeah, so a few of them look like they're actually coming. Like this one. So a few of them look like they're coming, and it might be the ones I pollinated. So I'll try that again, and I'll also mark it this time so we can see. I'm gonna go up this way because the spider web was there. So our carpenter had taken some of the wood that was down in the pen and went ahead and extended these up, the posts, and then took some of the fencing along here. Obviously it's not working, right? Obviously that fencing's not working and keeping the dogs out. So my husband was saying something about getting wire gush and doing that over there. So we'll see how that works out. Here are oranges, and there's some more. It actually has a lot of oranges on it. Here's one that's grown up quite well, and then I saw some little one on the end of one of these branches. There was, there it is. So I'm sure there's a lot more. These are ones I just happened to see, right? So I did weed a bit. So that's something else. You're gonna have to look through the fence now, guys. I can't put you over top of it. So there is my rosemary right there. I paid 50 CDs for that, guys. Well, my husband bought it for me, but 50 CDs for that rosemary plant, and it's doing well. I had fenugreek seeds over there, but the dogs trampled them. So now that the garden is secure, I can go ahead and soak my seeds overnight. The water is very good for you to drink, so I might drink the water, and then you wrap them up in a cloth and wet it, and in a day they will sprout, and then you plant them. And I think the fenugreek leaves are very good for you as well. So I'm going to see what comes of that. I did trim up the peppers a little bit here and weeded this space a bit. It still needs more work, but this is my section of the garden where nobody comes to help weed. I do it myself because I know what I have here, and some of this stuff is not normal, ordinary things that grow around here, and it would be difficult for someone else to know. Like my parsley. I have parsley over there. It's laying down. I don't know if you can see it. See my parsley laying down right there? Now, they don't normally grow that here, so they wouldn't know. This is a go-to cola that my husband bought for me last time, lemon balm, and spearmint is growing right there. My peppermint died, so my husband went to drop the eggs off and bought me a new peppermint, which I planted this morning. I came out to plant it, and that's what got me going on the rest of this. My lemongrass. Let me see if I can zoom you guys into my lemongrass. Can you see it there? Should be right in the middle of the screen. That's my lemongrass. So it is doing well. The rest of the garden, we had part of it weeded, but it's hard to get somebody good, guys, sometimes. It's hard to get good help. As you can see, the grass is really overgrown. And we need to get it cut. The garden needs to be finished out. The weeding. Yeah. So that is what's going on there. I saw one mango on this tree and then it was gone. I think it was kind of hanging down, so I'm thinking the dogs plucked it for us. The papaya trees are here. We have the ones in the garden, and yeah, these are here. They're not doing great. They're leaning, the roots are coming up. So I think once these trees are finished, we won't put papaya back here. This was my starter garden, guys, where I just threw in the moringa seeds and the papaya. I just threw them in there just for kicks, right? And they're the only things that survived my starter garden. I had catnip, but like I said, here they don't know those kinds of things, so they weeded it for me. And I replanted it. It started to grow. Then I transplanted it to the garden and it got weeded again. So I have some seeds. I'll try it again. But aside from that, nothing else really took off over here. It was too shaded. So we will have the mango trees and the moringa will stay here. And the plantain will eventually fizzle out. And that's what we'll have. We do have the yam here still that my husband planted way under this papaya, but here are the yam leaves. So I don't know how that's gonna do. This is turkey berry, so that's a good spot for it, as long as it's not gonna overshadow the moringa. And this mango tree is doing amazing, guys. Amazing. Look at the mangoes. There's even one there the birds have started to eat. See it? Yep. So we'll have to watch those. There's some more on that bunch. We'll have to watch that bunch. It's hard to see when they're ready. Like, there are so many. It's hard to get them. My husband has been trying to pluck them, and look at all of these, guys. Mango, mango, mango. So we are super blessed to have all of these mangoes. I think that's the stick he uses to pluck them. So we are super blessed to have this mango tree take off like it has. The coconut trees are doing well here. That would be really nice to have those up and have shade here from them. And hopefully they're far enough away from the mango trees. Some more plantain here. What we mainly use these for is food for the rabbits. So my husband takes the leaves, gives it to the rabbits. This shade tree is doing well. I hope that it will grow tall, right? I hope it will grow pretty tall. That would be nice. It is really bushing out. And the pomegranate tree did not make it, guys. I think water sits here in this little place, and yeah, it was too much water for the pomegranate. We had some heavy rains, and I guess it's too young, it's too much water, it didn't make it. So I'm thinking, we will move this little setup somewhere else and then try to grow another tree there, maybe over that way a little bit. And look at the papaya, guys. My husband cut the whole thing down. and it is growing back. It is growing back. So that is a good thing because the leaves are good as well as a natural dewormer for the rabbits. Yep, natural dewormer for the rabbits. So that's what we got going on there. Like I said, it rained a lot, so some places are muddy. That's why I'm being careful how I walk. So here is the grafted mango tree doing very nicely. This is a nice spot for it, and it'll be really nice when it grows tall. It will give some added shade to the car area. Yep. So we have the carport, and then yeah, that would be some added shade. Sorry guys, I think I had a ant. So that's what we got going on there. This is the flower bed. I need to really get in here and neaten it up, but not at this moment. This is what the aloe vera looks like. I have some new ones coming on here now. Yep, and there's a couple more little ones over there. So it's doing what I wanted it to do. I've just been leaving it. I have not used any of it for that purpose. I just want it to grow and expand. And then, yeah, you'll see here, the flower beds really need some neatening, but see how the fence is. So I think once we get the dogs to stay out of here, we can get in here and neaten it up a bit. So on this side, the sugar cane, guys, is really taking off. I think there is some more that needs to be harvested. We'll need to take these gates out. Possibly use them somewhere else. We might be able to put the two together and use them as an entrance gate into the flower bed around the house. So we put them too high, or we just make one like this, because we will need entrance in there. That's where our propane is, and also to, you know, weed and stuff like that. But this is how it's looking since my husband took the peppers out. Very good decision. And the sugar cane he planted is doing well. And then the other sugar cane that was planted before is doing well too. I have not gotten any ginger in here. There's the contumely. I really need to start harvesting the contumely leaves and eating them myself. But look at the sugar cane, guys. Beautiful, beautiful. And it's nice when you're sitting here on the porch and the sugar cane is blowing in the breeze, and just nice greenery to have over there. Yep. So that is what we got going on here, around here on the homestead. There's a mango one of the dogs was chewing on. It must have fallen down. Yeah, so that is what we got going on here. Things are really looking nice. Some sort of plane flying over. Oh, a helicopter, rather. This is the capital city, so not really sure what they use the helicopters for. So what I was saying was over here, you know, we can have a nice gate, entrance way, maybe even leave this space open and just start our fencing here. You have to have enough space to get the tanks out though. Yeah. So we could just, you know, start probably be easier because looking at it, it'd be better to block this off where the dogs can't get near it too. We have cement drying. That's why you see it like that, propped up. Those two cylinders can get quite heavy, so that goes into the kitchen. And it would be nice to have this place blocked off where they couldn't get in there. But it would be a little bit hard because of this, unless you just cut over here. Yep, and you need a gate to be able to get in and have access to weeding and all of that good stuff. But hopefully the wire gush will keep them out of here because they really do destroy this place too. They chase lizards and frogs and all that good stuff they love chasing around. So that is pretty much the tour, guys. We still have the pasture out here. We got some work that we want to get done in the backyard as well. Clean up that pile that is in the back. Organize the sand a little bit and the stones. And this was a plantain the dogs knocked down that I just put over here, but the animals never ate it. So this is where they come out and graze. And this is how the fence is looking for this part of the garden. So things are doing well. And the animals can't get over here now. You see the turmeric. So we did have this section weeded. We need to work on the rest of the garden, but this section was weeded out pretty well. The cassava is here. I think the goal was to move the cassava, but maybe now that the fence is up higher, we might be able to leave it there. The plantain is inside here. And we have our orange or tangerine tree, whatever it is, growing up nicely right there. Can you guys see it? Trying to get it to focus. There it is. So that one's growing really nice. These two are citrus trees as well. And the coconut tree. The shade tree is just totally destroyed from the animals, so we took it out. That is the coconut tree. You see they are really eating it. My husband trimmed these up at the bottom to encourage growth at the top where they can't reach. And then the coconut trees over here are doing well. We do need to get around and trim along the wall because they are hitting the electric fence. So we need to get those trimmed up eventually. We still have some plantain over here. This is where that big plantain was that the dogs knocked over. So this one was still good. And we still have this one. You hear that sound? That's the electric fence. So something is touching it, and we know what it is. Even the two wires are coming together there. Yep. So we need to trim the branches on this side. At least that dead one. And then, I know, maybe we can leave the others. Maybe when it grows taller, they'll be okay, but that can kind of mess up your electric fence. It's still working, but it's not ideal to have it touching like that. Anyway, the dog runs are still being used. Grace is always on this one, and then the puppies rotate. Well, they're not puppies anymore, guys. They're almost a year old, but they rotate. on this run over here. So one day it's Adom, one day it's Mercy, one day it's Joy. Then they go back to Adom again. So that is what we got going on there. I hope you guys have been enjoying the farm videos. Nana and I really enjoy bringing them to you. We really enjoy making them. We enjoy going. My goal was to give you maybe one a week and give you get enough to mix in from time to time. But guys, it has been super busy, and it's getting hot, so it's a bit difficult. You hear the air conditioner running now. We have had power on and off for a while. I would say a couple of weeks. I'm just going to sit down for a minute, guys, let the sweat roll and chat with you guys. First, we had a fault, and we had somebody come and fix our fault for our electric. So that was situated, and then like the next day or the same day, there was a fault in our local area. So by the time they came, they figured out what it was and fixed it. Then it came on again, and then after that there was a fault on the main line, like on the main road. Either it was a fault or they were moving the lines for the road construction. I'm not sure which. And then it came on again, and then I believe it's been on. We have one phase that is a little low voltage, but we're working with that, and we know what we can plug in. We have a stabilizer, so it actually boosts the power up and allows our things to work well without messing up the motor or whatever. So that is what we've had going on. It's been a little challenging to do different things that we're used to doing, but not a game changer. I still love being here, and it just so happened that those three things happened right in a row and coincided with each other. So it gave us a little bit of a challenge when we are taking care of the animals. We have a lot of water that needs to be filled, and we have a booster pump that gives us our normal water pressure that we're used to. When the power is not working, that pump does not work, and it takes more than double the time to fill the waters and stuff like that. So it puts a lot of extra time needed to care for things. We do have 6 dogs. They all need fresh water every day, and their containers cleaned and fresh water. Plus we have a communal water bucket that is available for all of them. So each one has their own house, which has a big water container, and then the communal bucket. So that's 7 buckets, right? And then the chickens down there have 10 drinkers. We have 2 drinkers for turkeys. We have 1 drinker for mama with her chicks. We have 4 other drinkers out for all the other yard animals and things. So it's a lot, guys. It's a lot of water. And we were also trying to conserve a bit as well, because we didn't know when we would get power to turn our borehole on so we could fill our poly tank. But the good thing is the way they build here, you always have a poly tank like this, so that stays full of water as long as you can turn your pump on. And in the meantime, we had a small problem with our generator wire that goes to the house. So we weren't able to use our generator. So we are still waiting for the person to come and fix that for us. So those were some challenges, and then my husband has been super busy as well. And it's just been crazy. So I've been thankful that we had done a lot of video footage for you guys from the 50-acre farm so that you guys can still have your video every day. The internet was a bit challenging. One video I think was late in uploading. It uploaded the next morning, but I still got you another video that same day. So our internet needs power to be able to work, and we do have a battery backup, but with the power being out so long, you know, our battery backup wasn't fully charged, and when the power would come on or it was low, it didn't give it a chance to charge it. So we weren't without power the whole time. We were with low power a majority of the time, and the longest we were without power was probably about 20 hours, and that was when they had a fault here, and then the main line fault took about 20 hours. I think the power had come back on for an hour and then went back off. So roughly about 20 hours we were without power. Not horrible, but not comfortable, let me say that, because you don't have your fans and things of that nature. So we spent a lot of time sitting here, and as you always see when I'm sitting here, the breeze is blowing. So in the morning it's actually kind of warm here because the sun rises over here, and now it's midday just about, and the sun is directly over the house. So in the mornings, the front porch is the place to be, and in the afternoon, this porch on our back porch is the place to be. So I'm very thankful, because if the sun went from this side to this side, who knows, it would probably be more hot, right? On the porches, both of them the same. But since it goes from here to the directly over the house and sets on the other side of the house, it makes it very nice. We always have a porch that we can come and sit on, and like I said, there's always a breeze in this area. There's always a breeze, so it is very nice. And when you have the trees, it just makes it that much better. And I'm very thankful. These trees are coconut trees especially. We have 3 right here. They're gonna grow up probably even taller, I'm guessing, and provide more shade for us over here and for the dog houses as well. The dog house over here actually gets good shade because it's under, my husband had them build it underneath the water tank for that purpose, so it would be shaded. So that is actually a pretty cool area. And then yeah, we're hoping to get these trees up more so these houses will also have good shade. Yep, so that is what we got going on here today. I think I gave you guys pretty much the full update. As always, I will give you a separate video of the animals, show you what's going on down there and how they're doing. Everybody is doing well, we thank God. And yeah, I'll get you guys that. I'm not sure when I will get that for you, but hopefully soon I will get that for you guys. And I am going to go in and get these videos uploaded. I have dishes to wash, and yeah, those kinds of things until Nana comes home, and then, you know, I will take care of him, and then we will begin our evening chores. So it's always a busy day here on the MiniFarm Homestead, and of course my husband is always busy with clients and the 50-acre farm and things of that nature, running the errands that the MiniFarm needs, making sure all the animals have food, making sure we have food, and it's always busy. But we are so thankful to God, and we wouldn't change it. And look at how much things have improved in the 2 years. God is amazing. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go at that. Till next time, God bless you.